Dear Meghan. Meghan, you do so many things that annoy so many people, and you don't seem to understand why. So in this open letter, I'm going to explain it to you. Now, some of these things annoy a lot of people more than others, so these are in no particular order. If I had to just sum it up, it would be that you are so much more impressed with yourself than anybody else is. But I'll tell you the individual things that you do that are just so cringe. I'll start with the recent interview, the one where you ate the big burger. When you sat down and talked about how you were so done with the prove it game and you were just done with trying to impress people. Meghan, we haven't been impressed with you since shortly after you and Harry left the UK, since you started showing the world who you really are. So no worries. You don't have to worry about being in the prove it game. You know what, Meghan? Prove you can sell something that isn't white labeled, okay? Prove that. It's things like that that make people just roll their eyes at you. And Meghan, I could sit here and just laugh at you, which sometimes I do, but sometimes I'm reminded that this situation is too sad to laugh at all the time. Remember the interview you did in your pajamas with supposedly no makeup? Nobody believed that, by the way. Nobody believed that you were wearing no makeup. We would have been fine if you had been wearing makeup. I don't know why you felt like you were impressing someone by not wearing makeup. But what was sad about that interview was you were asked about your marriage, and you said something like,
"That man loves me so much."
And you sounded so proud, but you didn't sound proud that Harry was your husband. You sounded proud of yourself, like you had accomplished something. And you never said you loved him too. I think that's what bothered a lot of people. You never say you love him. You treat him like he's your assistant. You walk in front of him, around him, through him. You never walk beside him. And it's hard to watch, Meghan, because he doesn't look like the Harry that we knew before you met him. Does it ever occur to you that we don't know Harry because he married Meghan Markle? We know Meghan because she married Prince Harry. You didn't raise his profile. He raised yours. And the fact that you act so nonchalant about him, the fact that you never say you love him, the fact that you never even speak his name, you don't even pretend to love him. What did you do on his birthday? You posted an unflattering picture of him on your Instagram, and you didn't even say happy birthday. What kind of a person posts something like that on their Instagram on their husband's birthday? What kind of a person does that? You are the kind of person who does that. It's one of the many reasons that so many people dislike you. You seem to have married Harry as part of a bigger plan for yourself, but Harry married you for love. Have you forgotten, Meghan? We didn't know who you were until Harry married you. And if Harry hadn't married you, we still wouldn't know who you are, except for the people who used to watch Suits. And even they might not know who you are, because in 7 years, how many minutes of screen time did you get, Meghan? I know you know too, so I won't even call you out on that. Even people who used to watch Suits might not know who you are if Harry had not married you. And yet he's treated like a prop. This is a man who fell head over heels in love with you, Meghan, and he was ridiculed for it. He's still ridiculed for it to this day, and I don't know what he was expecting in return for his love. Because Meghan, who has ever loved you that you loved back? I'm not saying there's no one out there. I'm saying, will your true friends please stand up? Will people who have loved you and you've loved them back please stand up? Because friendship and love and loyalty are not things that you're known for, Meghan. You married into the British royal family, and then you purposely sabotaged yourself for whatever reason. I believe you started sabotaging yourself before you even got there. I think your plan was to marry Prince Harry, make your way back to California, and then you thought you were going to become the darling of the Hollywood set. You thought you were going to be an A-lister. Look around, Meghan. They won't have anything to do with you because they see what everybody else sees. You took a last name that opened every door, and then you convinced yourself that you kicked them all down yourself. And what do you have to show for it? Where did it get you? It got you to pair. You know what? You're in France right now as I speak. You're in France right now chasing validation that you're not getting, by the way. You're still trying to curate a version of yourself that the world will accept. The world doesn't believe you anymore. And this thing you have about retracing Diana's steps and wearing her clothes, Meghan, you were never going to be the next Princess Diana. You should be focusing on being the first Meghan, not the second Princess Diana, because you never will be. And it's creepy to watch you try. And this is why I say, Yeah, it's easy to laugh at you, but sometimes I have to pause and remember that there's something so sad about this too. I don't think the life you have now is the one you thought you were going to have. And I certainly don't think this is the life that Harry thought he was signing up for when he married you. You both seem incredibly unhappy, Meghan. And that's sad because this started out as what we all thought was such a beautiful love story. And that's just not how it looks anymore. And here you are back in California, trying desperately through your Instagram and all your little podcasts and interviews to convince people that you have a happy life. Nobody believes that, Meghan. You don't have the acting skills to pull that off. If you did, you wouldn't have had to marry Harry to try to get some clout. So the question is, what are you going to do now? Are you just going to continue on like this? How do you fix it? What do you do to rectify it? I don't know. That's something you'll have to figure out. And I think that's something Harry will eventually have to figure out for himself too. Whatever it is you have to do, take steps, Meghan. Take steps. Sincerely, Cece.